The SCP Foundation is known to be quite brutal when it comes to keeping the world safe from dangerous anomalies, and the Femur Breaker is one of those brutal methods. Hello everyone, and welcome to an SCP video. In this video we are going to be learning about the Femur Breaker. Let's dive into it. The femur is the only bone located within the human thigh. It is both the longest and the strongest bone in the human body, extending from the hip to the knee. As the femur is the only bone in the thigh, it serves as an attachment point for all the muscles that exert their force over the hip and knee joint, meaning you use this to walk and crawl. Knowing this information, it is quite painful and hard to break the femur. So let's now dive into what the Femur Breaker is. From what I can gather, it's a device that will either snap or crush the femur in a slow and painful way. The process is not meant to entertain anyone, but the D-class will be strapped down onto the table, arms and legs tied down so no escape is possible. When the device is activated, a loud mechanical noise will be heard as the device will slowly lower a flat concrete slab onto the D-class's thigh, crushing the femur into tiny little particles. This is quite painful, but it has a good use to it. This is meant to contain SCP-106. What is SCP-106? Well, let me tell you. SCP-106 is an elderly humanoid with an appearance of advanced decomposition. SCP-106 will remain motionless for days at a time, waiting for anyone to come across it. SCP-106 can scale at any vertical surface with ease, can also suspend upside down for some period of time. SCP-106 will attempt to incapacitate prey by damaging major organs, muscle groups, or tendons, then pull disabled prey into its pocket dimension. SCP-106 prefers human prey in the 10 to 25 years of age. So now we know who SCP-106 is. It will be easier to understand why the SCP Foundation uses the Femur Breaker. It uses the Femur Breaker to help contain SCP-106. When the D-class is strapped down onto the device, two switches and a button is pressed. The switches are used to broadcast the screams of the D-class throughout the facility. These screams have a high chance of attracting SCP-106, which will help contain it. But no worries, this device is only used for when SCP is not contained successfully. Don't worry, my dear viewer, I have found a video on YouTube that represents what the Femur Breaker is. Here it is.
Go! Let me go! I just want to leave. Please!
Thank you to everyone who decided to stop by and watch the video. This is my first video on my new channel that is dedicated to the SCP Foundation. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This is actually like one of my more put together videos. I actually took time to actually write a script. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll make more. See you all later.